welcome to Whispers. So, the drama continues. For this time around, is the port calling indicator black. We have the actors of the northern part of the country taking the stage. Ìyẹn náà dá mo ṣe bí wọ́n sọ pé wà wá ga o mọ̀kànmọ̀kà ló yẹ kàn ẹ̀yin ló kàn báyìí ní ìsìn ẹ jàgbọ́n síkọ́ ẹ ṣòsàn ìkínra èmi ilẹ̀ wá ń kí yẹn sí eré gbá tẹ́ ẹ fi wíkà ni wọ́n fi san fún yín so ẹjọ́ máa ṣe stage for that ẹ̀yin àti Tinubu bára yín débì kan so it's Mahdi Shehu seems to have a lot to talk about. It's like he has this built up tension that he has to release. So he's been up and about, out and doing from one interview to another, speaking his mind and the so-called mind of the Northerners. And but why are they crying? Wailing wailers. It's too early to be doing wailing wailers. Buhari did his own now, no shaking. I shall say Kira. Kilo wa de? Apani tí ìfẹ́ kan mú. I am not siding anybody, to set the record straight, but it's quite funny to see the hypocrisy, and these are men. Oh no, tó bá sọ pé àwọn tó ń ṣàbòsí jù tó jẹ́ alábòsí jù ọkùnrin ni, àwọn tó ń yọlé ayé lẹ́nu tó ń da ayé alé láàmú ọkùnrin ni. After all, Bazoum ọkùnrin ni, Junta ọkùnrin ni, Macron ọkùnrin ni, American president ọkùnrin ni, Burkina Faso kìnnìkan ọkùnrin ni, ECOWAS bẹ́ẹ̀ débẹ̀ ọkùnrin ni. Àwọn ni wọ́n ń da ayé alé láàmú tí wọ́n yóò tán tí wọ́n wá bẹ́kùnbẹ́kùn kiri. So ẹ̀yin ará òkè ọya àpẹẹrẹ ẹkún ilé ẹ̀rí sun sábọ́ o ẹ̀rí sun sábọ́ àpẹẹrẹ ní o tí ìdá kingdom kan mo ní ẹjọ́ máa ràn ẹjọ́ ohun tó so yín pọ̀ rìkíṣí tó so yín pọ̀ òun náà ni ó tún yín ká ní ìsìn ṣàlàyé lẹ́bùlẹ́ wá wà ẹ wá ń ṣàlàyé gbáà ẹ wá ń tú bí ejò ẹ ti mọ̀ àlàlàlà ó dàbí doctor ni ẹ mọ̀ pé doctors are the worst patients because tí wọ́n bá ṣèké báyìí wọ́n ti mọ gbogbo ibi tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ gbé nǹkan sí nígbà tó yẹ gbogbo apádé àlùdé ibẹ̀ òun lẹ ti mọ̀ ṣé ẹ̀sìn wa rí Tinubu ó kọ́ṣẹ́ ó mọṣẹ́ ẹ̀yin náà lẹ ṣe graduation fún ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe kí lorúkọ system àwọn Igbo ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣe settlement fún ebe ẹ̀yin lẹ gbàlejò ọ̀rọ̀ wọlé ẹjọ́ àníkẹ́ ẹ̀jàgbọ́n sí kọ́ ìmẹ̀bí tí Tinubu bó ṣe fẹ̀yìn pọ́n ẹ̀yin nìyẹn ẹ̀yin bó Tinubu fẹ̀yìn pọ́n yín òun fi wájú pọ́n yín ó pọ́n yín ẹsẹ̀ yín ò wọlé ẹ̀yin wá pọ́n ẹ pọ́n sẹ́yìn ẹsẹ̀ wá wọlé túrútú ẹni bá bímọ ọ̀ràn náà ní pọ́n kò sí já bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹjọ́ pọ́nra yín ẹjọ́ bíra yín ni mo ti sọ àníṣe ìjọ máa hanra yín léèmọ̀. Season tẹ̀yìn ará òkè ọ̀yá wà yìí, season ṣàlàyé ni. Gbogbo ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n bí yín báyìí, òun ẹ máa má ka boroboro báyìí ni. Bí ẹyẹ ẹ̀ bá kà torí pé kí ni ẹ ti gúdú mi. Adìyẹ yín ó ti bà lókùn. Aró ò ní jọrokùn, aró ò ní jọrọ adìyẹ yín. Àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù kan nàánú wọn ṣe mí. Àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù náà torí àwọn jẹgúdújẹrá òkè ọya àtàwọn jẹgúdújẹrá apá àṣàlẹ̀ 5 and 6 ni wọ́n. Mẹ̀kúnnù nìkan ni ó fara gbá. Wọ́n mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ inú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ní ń gbé. Ó rìn wọ́n ni tó bá yá wọ́n ó jàjà yìí wọ́n ó jà síta. Mo sì ṣe bí àwọn ará òkè ọya ti ní Mahdi Shehu ti ní tó bá di kàráǹgídá àwọn lè yapa. Tinubu wọ́n ti ń fohùn lẹ̀ fún wọn. Wọ́n láwọn lè yapa. Àwọn lè bá Niger lọ. Bó bá sì wà wọn àwọn lè bá Cameroon lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ nǹkan. Lílọ náà ni ó kẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Lílọ ní kẹ́yìn ìbò yìí. Kí ni nǹkan o? Àkúrákú dá àwọn bí wọn bá lọ. Bẹ̀kẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ tí bí wọ́n ti lọ. Ṣé bí wọ́n ti sàríà lọ. Inú abímọkú yìí dùn. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́sẹ̀ òfin. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́sẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́mú tẹ́ ẹ wà máyà kúnkúnkún. Tẹ́ ẹ gbé lérí kákáká. Síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ náà kò tẹ́yìn lọ́rùn. Inú yín ò dùn. Inú tí ò dùn ní òpolówó ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin àti Tinubu ẹ jọ máa ṣe sí àfúrà yìí. So it's Mahdi Shehu. He's been doing too much. He's been up and running. He's just doing ṣàlàyé up and down. He's doing ṣàlàyé up and down. Nothing kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe fúnra wọn tó tẹ́ra wọn lọ́rùn ọ̀làlàlà. So, but kí ló kan rú àwa yìí? I see the headline. I find it interesting. I come and comment and read people's reaction because I'm not expecting anything. I'm just taking it with a pinch of salt. So, no meaning whatsoever into it. Mo ṣá mọ̀ pé when the fire burn on góńgó. Tí iná bá tó bá jó dórí góńgó. You see, ó máa sort ara ẹ̀ out. Yóò sort ara ẹ̀ kò sígbà tá a ní pín gàrí. Kò sígbà tó ní kọ́ni kò ní dórúkọ bàbá rẹ̀. Wọ́n fọkọ mi dáná ọjọ́ kan ni. So it's getting to head. So kò sí wàhálà ń bẹ torí Tinubu lóun ò ní gbọ́ òun ò ní gbà. Òun lo ogun ni. Ṣé àwọn ará òkè ọya wọ́n wà lájúlẹ̀? Wọ́n jẹ́ fún àwọn rúbọ. Kò sẹ́ni fẹ́ kú. So it's an interesting one, quite detailed, quite informative, enlightening. So let's find out what Mahdi Shehu has been saying on behalf of the àwọn ará òkè ọya. A lot of them one phone seriously, so we'll check it out. So come along with me as we listen to the gibberish that Mahdi Shehu pé nílùú afọ́jú olójú kan lọ bá wọn ní expert ni. So come on, Baba, come along with me. So the headline reads, civilians like Tinubu have perfected the skill of executing civilian coup successfully. Mahdi Shehu. Ó gbàtẹ́ wá ní Tinubu perfect. Ó kọ́ ṣó mọṣẹ́. Kí wá ní ẹ fẹ́ pé Buhari? Ọwọ́ Buhari ló ti kọ́. Now what are you saying? So here goes nothing. Nigerian political expert Mahdi Shehu has voiced his criticism of President Tinubu's recent ministerial appointments, claiming that individuals like Tinubu have become adept at executing civilian coups with great success. Èmi lẹ kíyín sókè sí ṣe bí gbà Buhari ṣe bí Buhari náà ó funalization of the event gbogbo ẹ̀ ni tí Tinubu náà bá wá náà fẹ́ Yorubanization ni gbogbo kíkè mo ní gbé àṣebó bí ẹ sọ it is your turn, it is your turn. It is your turn, it is your turn. Ewu má dà í mo tiẹ̀ gbọ́. I had to go and listen to your interview. Mo gbọ́ tó sọ pé Tinubu ó sọ pé kó gbé bò kó ṣe gbá. Ṣé bí Buhari náà sọ kinní kan bàbún àfẹ́jẹ̀wẹ̀ ni pé kí wọ́n dúró. Buhari náà sọ fáwọn yóò sọ fún wọn láwùsọ ó ní kó dúró síbẹ̀. Ó ní kí wọ́n káàbọ̀. Ó ní kí wọ́n fi kọ́ gáìdì ìbò wọn sí. It's the same. Ṣé Buhari tactics lónà kí lẹ wá kí ó yẹ kí inú yín dùn náà pé yes footprint tí Buhari fi ilẹ̀ ní Tinubu tẹ̀lé. Mi ò rò pé ó yẹ kọ́rọ̀ ìfàjà but àbòsí ọ̀ya go on song. He raised some salient points like things like civilians like Tinubu have perfected the skill of executing civilian coups successfully. Hitting Vice President. Well, I don't want to jump the gun, so we'll take it one by one. Civilians like Tinubu have perfected the skill of executing civilian coups successfully. Following Tinubu's unveiling of the assigned role for the 45 confirmed ministerial candidates, contrasting opinions have emerged. While some citizens find the allocated portfolio satisfactory, Mahdi Shehu has expressed doubt regarding the caliber of individuals chosen and has raised concern about marginalization. Majikini. Marginalization bo. Marginalization. Be theory. He said, luckily for Nigerians, this perhaps prayerfully may be the most short-lived cabinet. We pray for that. And after that being short-lived, we hope that Nigerians from the northeast, central, southeast, and northwest will think twice, will act wise, behave wisely, and deliver wisely. Tó wá kàyín lára tó yìí. Wá dà yìí. Ó ga gọ́ ó túmọ̀ sí pé nọ́mbà tó bá yín. Nọ́mbà Tinubu tó bá yín kò dá o. Ibi tó ti bá yín ò dá o. But the final point on this ministerial list and portfolio is that it is not only a military man that succeeds in plotting a coup successfully. Civilians like Tinubu have perfected the act and skill of executing a civilian coup successfully, seamlessly, and bloodlessly. I congratulate him and I sympathize with Nigerians. I congratulate the Southwest for having the picture of an Oduduwa Republican to make it sound alábòsí ó ṣe yín bí eyín ó ṣe yín bí eyín ra bí ó ṣe yín bí eyín ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ sísun. Nígbà tẹ́yìn ṣe tí ìta ló pariwo Arẹwà kò sẹ́ni pariwo náà kò sẹ́ni sọ̀rọ̀ náà èwo ló wá kí ló dùn yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé bọ́dà tí wọ́n tì nítorí bọ́dà apá ọ̀sàlẹ̀ ẹ ti tì láti ọdún náà mi nalẹ̀ wọn ò sọ̀rọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn torí ẹ̀ dákú oṣù mélòó wọn wá ti bọ́dà yín tẹ wá kín sókè Mr. Rabbit Teeth kí ló tún sọ second point raised hidden vice president is no other than Bisi Akande. Mahdi has suggested that Bola Tinubu has a leading vice president àti kí tó wá ní ẹjọ́ ló fẹ́ rò Buhari náà ní. As he revealed that a former governor of Osun State and the first interim chairman of All Progressive Congress, Chief Bisi Akande, is the leading vice president of Nigeria. Shehu had said, and the leading vice president is no other than Bisi Akande. Shehu insinuated that Vice President Kazim Shettima is just a figurehead. Àti kí tó wá ní draw ẹjọgbá draw ni Bangbapa Baba Shakwe àtúfọ̀ for time Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò figurehead ni orí ju bọ́dì onífìlà pẹ́ẹ́kí figurehead ni so kí wá ní ẹtìjọgbá draw láàrin kí lẹ tún sọ. It's just a figurehead àti kí tó wá ní. Ebi Ọ̀ṣínbàjò náà ṣe figurehead. Is it for that? According to him, Bisi Akande is the leading vice president to Tinubu of the ruling party. When asked to react to the portfolios of the ministerial nominees of Tinubu, the political activist maintained that the list of ministers portrayed a perfectly executed civilian coup. He described Tinubu as the coup master. Buhari náà coup master ni. Ìwọ gan fúnra rẹ̀ àti gbogbo àwọn political allies. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pẹ́ra yín lọ́jọ́gbẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin jẹgúdújẹrá coup master ni gbogbo yín. I maintain that Chief Akande, as well as Chief of Staff, who is the immediate past Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, are accomplices. Likewise, Buhari náà nígbà títí ẹ̀ kí tẹ̀ lórúkọ mọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ báyìí àwọn méjèèjì tí wọ́n kú ń gbà yẹn tí wọ́n ní proxy vice president wọ́n kú ní ṣísẹ̀ntẹ̀lé ni wọ́n fi kó ṣèfàjẹ́ àmọ́ tí ò kí wá ní foundation full step tẹ́ gbélé ní lóòótọ́ ó lè gbé ó lè gbà ní kí láriwo kí wá ní gbé lẹ́nu vendor báyìí ìṣòsàn kíra we move. Shehu said he had warned before the announcement that Nigerians who mean well for the nation are represented only by a few individuals. According to him, Nigerians who celebrate criminality and rigging of elections are the most represented on Tinubu's ministerial list, vice versa. Over to you. Tẹ̀bí Buhari náà ṣe. Wọ́n rí gidi Buhari náà ó kọjá pé gbà yẹn wọ́n ti wà emboldened báyìí ni. So kí wá ní kí lẹ tún fẹ́ sọ. If you visualize what Tinubu gave to Southwest, it's like having the Oduduwa Republic. Àti kí tún wá ní. Láyé Buhari ẹ bá yẹ fanlétí tutọ́ làwọn Fúlàní jẹ. Ayé fanlétí tutọ́ làwọn Fúlàní jẹ náà. Tí wọ́n bá mú wọn báyìí wá sọ pé order from above kọ́ release wọ́n sókè kí wá ní ẹni kò ń jẹ́ kílẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ́n ti ń dé bẹ́yìí náà lẹ sọ pé turn by turn ó gbòó tọ́ọ̀nù yín gbòó kàn yín ẹ ṣe bó ti wù yín ẹ̀yàn fàǹdà Tinubu sì lóun ló kàn ẹjọ́ ò sí bó ti wù kó yan fàǹdà èwo nínú yóò wá dùn sí kí ló dé tínú yín ò dùn báyìí ẹ jẹ ṣúgà o bóyá kẹ́ ẹ jẹ ṣúgà o kí la tún sọ. Mahdi has raised concern about the recent appointments made by Tinubu in the Southwest region, equating them to the potential establishment of an Oduduwa Republic. Àti kí tó wá ní ẹjọ́ ló fẹ́ ló ń gbà tẹ 12 northern states tí wọ́n yí tó wá láwọn ṣe ṣàríà lọ títí pé constitution yín 1999 constitution yín sọ pé secular country ní Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n wá ní àwọn ṣẹ̀ríà lọ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ lo ṣẹ̀ríà lọ tá ń pariwo tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ bá ní àmì àṣẹ Èdùmàrè Odùduwà Republic ti dé àmì àṣẹ Èdùmàrè Speaking during an interview with Arise TV News, he drew a parallel between Tinubu and Buhari, asserting that there is minimal distinctions between their actions. Of course, he emphasized that the Southwest has gained significant control across various sectors due to these recent ministerial appointments. Southwest ló kàn ẹbí ń gba ààyè Buhari bẹ́yìn náà gain significant control. Tá ń pariwo tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹbí ọ̀rọ̀ hẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹnu ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ nígbé ni everybody fi ṣoṣòfin ẹ̀yin náà ṣoṣo kíra. In his statement, Shehu explicitly stated, the similarities between Buhari and Tinubu are unmistakable, and it's essential that we acknowledge this now. He offered a specific example to illustrate his point, focusing on the Southwest's influence over key positions, particularly within the central bank. Wọ́n bá fi di bọ́ọ̀tì lọ́wọ́ yìí ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ̀lẹ́ mọ́ wọ́bẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ náwó bó ti wù yín. Particularly within the Central Bank of Nigeria. He highlighted that as the current acting CBN governor hails from Southwest, it is improbable that another candidate from the region will be appointed to the position given the circumstances involving Emefiele. Ọmọ náà náà rántí náà àìmọṣẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ orógùn ló mú kórí ìgbà yẹn ló mú kórí bọ ọmọ ìgbésẹ̀ bíbí tẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ Emefiele dé náà nìyẹn. Ẹ ti ṣe Emefiele débi tẹ́ẹ̀sì dé nísìn ẹ ti yọ ṣọ́ọ̀kì lẹ́sẹ̀ so kí wá ní. Furthermore, he pointed out that the Southwest dominance extends to multiple sectors. Àti kejì wọ́n ní táwọn láwọn ló kàn ẹjọ́ extending ẹ ti lò yí gbá yín ti lọ sáà yín ti lọ ẹ jẹ́ ìyàwó tuntun ẹjọ́ gbádùn including all commercial banks, a significant majority of financial institutions, around 90% of microfinance banks, the Ministry of Finance, the coordinating minister of the economy, as well as vital areas such as marine and blue economy, power, transport, and petroleum. Notably, he emphasized that Tinubu holds additional roles, serving as the senior minister of petroleum while concurrently holding the position of president. Buhari náà ṣe. Shehu likened the accumulation of power and influence bestowed upon the Southwest to the emergence of an Oduduwa Republic. Oduduwa Republic, Idumare, fẹ́bẹ́ kọ́, yóò dé. Drawing attention to what he perceives as a reoccurrence of insensitivity exhibited by Buhari. Ilé ló bá ọkọ̀ jẹ́ pé Tinubu òun ó take it to stand. Hello. He has expressed apprehensions over Tinubu's recent appointment in Southwest, suggesting that these decisions could lead to an Oduduwa Republic-like scenario. He emphasized similarities between Tinubu and Buhari, highlighting the Southwest's heightened control over key sectors due to the recent ministerial appointments. Shehu's statements underscore his concern about the consolidation of power and its implementations. Shehu, Mr. Yin Rabbit sísun. Wá jẹ́ sípárì ni o. Ẹ máa jẹ́ sípárì ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ sípárì ni. Wéèlì wéèlà náà ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ẹ̀ ní nǹkan kan ṣe sí. Kódà ọ̀rọ̀ ìtúkọ̀ Báíbù ìyẹn náà dáa. Tinubu, what you have in the Southeast is similar to what you have in Matthew 15, verse 26 to 28. Want to gbé Bible sí ìyẹn náà dà. Mahdi Shehu said that what Tinubu gave to Southeast in the ministerial portfolios is similar to what is in the book of Matthew 15:26 verse 26 to 28 in the Bible. He said the statement when he was asked to react to the ministerial portfolio by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and that it seems President Tinubu reserved the petroleum minister for himself. And so he began by saying that if Bola Ahmed had looked at the circumstances that surround his coming, he would have acted differently. No. Can a leopard change his spots? Bá a ṣe bolùjò bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kẹ́ fi gbogbo spices sí ṣé kò ní rún ọ̀gbẹ́ni. Bẹ́yìn lẹgbẹ́lẹ́dẹ̀ tẹ dírẹ́sì fún. Ó padà sọ̀rọ̀ fún àbí ó padà sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin méjèèjì to the mud. Inú mud lẹ́wà. He claims that not less than 40 million people say to Tinubu that they don't like him, and that there is a lot of criticism, misgivings, and all of that. Yet, he said, Tinubu did not act differently from Muhammadu Buhari. About if he acted differently. He gave an example that on the ministerial portfolio in the Southeast, what you have in Southeast is similar to what you have in Matthew chapter 15, verse 26 to 28, which says, it is not right to take the children's bread. Weli welare o. Weli welare o. Mahdi, only it is not right to take the children's bread and take it to the dogs. Àwọn wo ni children, kí ni bread, àwọn wo ni the dogs? The woman said, Lord, even the dog eats from the crumbs that fall from the master's table. Mahdi said Southeast was given the crumbs. He said all the ministry given to Southeast put together is not up to Nigeria's Port Authority. So ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ̀ gbogbo ibi tó bẹ̀ wá, gbogbo ibi tí kò kọ bẹ̀ wá, gbogbo ibi tó jẹ́ fi di bọ́tù tó ṣe odò síbẹ̀ dáadáa. Wọ́n dàgbà lọ́wọ́ yín, wọ́n gbà lẹ́nu yín. Kí ló dé gan-an? Ebe ẹ mú fọ́dún mẹ́jọ, ẹ lọ́ máa mú mi sí yẹn náà. Wọ́n lẹ́lòmíì lò kẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn kẹ́lòmíì lẹ́ni kò jẹ́ kílẹ̀ fẹ́ ó ṣe wá mọ gbogbo eléyìí lẹ́mọ̀ràn tí wọ́n yún inú ìgbé inú kára wọn. Ó máa mọ̀ torí pé kí ni olè ló mọ̀ sí olè tọ́ lórí àpáta, gbogbo àpáta àlùdé ibẹ̀ lẹ́mọ̀. Torí ẹ̀ lára ṣe ń ta ẹ́. Ogago Otini, they are telling the Southeast to think twice about Peter Obi next time around. According to Mahdi, the Southeast was handed ministerial portfolios in order to warn the area against voting for Peter Obi in the next elections. It said that Bola Tinubu has given the Southeast absolutely nothing in the way of cabinet appointment. You go to the Southeast and what you see there is comparable to what you find in Matthew 15, 26 to 28 is stated that declares it is improper to take the bread meant for the children and give it to the dogs. And the woman said, Lord, even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. This is how the Southeast received each year of the scraps. The ministers of work, women's issues, and innovation and technology. These ministries taken together do not meet the standards of the Nigerian Airport Authority. In other words, they are advising the Southeast to reconsider using Peter Obi in the future. Ẹ̀yin lọmọràn tí mo yún kára wọn. ẹ̀yin lẹ́mọ̀ràn tí mo yóò kára nínú ìgbín nígbà tó jẹ́ pé well ó máa mọ̀ ṣe bí template tẹ̀yìn náà lò nìyẹn template tẹ́ lò nìyẹn so kí wá lẹ́kún ìgbélẹ́nu vendor ẹjọ́ ló fẹ́ rọ́ my brothers were given ministers of defence this is the most insulting portfolio kí ni ọba wá fún wọn insulting well ẹjọ́ máa yanjú ẹ̀. Mahdi Shehu has strongly criticized Tinubu's recent appointment of Muhammad Badr and Bello Matawalle as defense ministers. Shehu expressed his astonishment at the choice, labeling it the most insulting portfolio. Bola Tinubu, while confirming the roles of 45 ministerial nominees, with notable attention to the appointment of Badr and Matawalle. Both individuals who hail from diverse backgrounds were handed the responsibility of defense ministers, specifically as Minister of Defense and Minister of State Defense. Shehu in a statement underscored the incongruity of the appointments. He highlighted that Badru, an accountant, and Matawalle, an administrator from Zamfara State, lacked the military or security background expected for such crucial roles. But tell them, come, not today. Not today that they put square pegs in round holes. Not today. Yeah, just soon, that's song. Kote. The incongruence is further emphasized as they are expected to oversee the defense ministry amidst present security challenges. Shehu conveyed his concern that the appointment could lead to a lack of effective decision-making and action in crucial times. He pointed out that they would be heavily reliant on military assistance, which may not be of their choosing, thereby undermining their authority and decision-making capacity. Mentally incapacitated. He said the most interesting portfolios of all the portfolios are the portfolios of my brothers, Badr and Matawalle, former governors of Zamfara State. They were given ministers of defense, senior and junior. Ironically, this is the most insulting portfolio. They are not generals. They are not security agents. They are not former police personnel. Badru is an accountant and Matawalle is an administrator. When they get to the defense ministry, the first thing they will see is that they will send them military assistance, not of their choice. These are people who cannot deploy a single man, a single army to any location without approval by the president, and their zone is burning under siege, yet they are called defense ministers. What if you want to hear what in Tinubu láti lọ fi wọ́n jẹ defense ó ní nǹkan tó rí náà ó ti já bẹ́ẹ̀ tí Matawalle ṣe defend state ẹ̀ kó wá defend Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ bí Badiru náà ṣe defend state ẹ̀ kó wá defend Nàìjíríà kí ló dé ẹ bá tó really matter ni. Wow, so it's now that competence suddenly matters. It's now that putting qualified people in qualified position is now that it matters. Ní ilé tí a ṣe Buhari ṣó really matter ṣá kò matter now. So kí ló wá dé tó wá matter sí? The pot calling the kettle black. Although always some vital points, but as far as I'm concerned, he's beating a dead horse. This is melting after death. This is like him crying wolf. This is a typical example of what goes round comes round. Excuse me, what goes round definitely comes round. So, Nadayi, ó máa fi ṣoṣan máa fi kéra ni o. You go rub am for body. So in another headline, man, this guy is all out to get Tinubu. Okon funny gbasgbo slowly. So it's Mahdi again. It said only an inexperienced president will go to war after 3 months in office. So Mahdi has warned President Tinubu against going to war with the coupists in the Nigerian Republic. This is another interview with Mahdi TV. Shehu said it is only an inexperienced president that will go to war after 3 months of resuming office. In his words, this is a war that Tinubu cannot afford, physically, psychologically, intellectually, and militarily. Spot on. The capacity is not there. I think he's using this war as an alibi, absolutely, as a cover to ensure the war comes between Nigeria, ECOWAS, and Niger, and that will make him invoke the constitutional provision for emergency rule. That will not happen. Nigerians are much wiser. Hey, can any man die? Can any man bury him? Jìbìtì wáyé versus jìbìtì wáyé. Well, I don't want your jet. Tell me back on it. Because I'm at the fuck. I want you want to see a benefit go for my rook. I don't want your jet. They have no business going to Nigeria if the choice of the Nigerian people to express their own frustration is a military role, and they have welcomed it, so be it. Where was ECOWAS when other countries were being taken over by the military? Where was America and the UK? If the military rule is an option to irresponsible leadership, to fraud in governance, to betrayal of trust, so be it. If the civilian presidents don't like who, they should be democratic, responsible, and answerable. Absolutely. Short of that, a coup will always be an option for people who are aggrieved. Of course, people are aggrieved. Yes. The masses are in pains. There's starvation in the land. No job, nothing. Everything is at a standstill. Yet, these Jekudu Jeraz, these criminal political robbers, they are flaunting wealth, ill-gotten wealth. In the midst of suffering, they have a lot, and all they care about is just themselves and families, their friends and cronies. They don't care about the masses. If Tinubu decides to go and invade Niger along with ECOWAS, he will lose more than ECOWAS, because definitely we are going to the polls anytime, any day soon. We will go back to the polls, and that is when Nigerians will realize that they've been called upon in the past. Be wary, be careful, beware of a Tinubu presidency. They didn't answer. Now we are seeing the manifestation of absolute failure and incapacity, inability, and lack of experience. Only an inexperienced president, barely 3 months in office, can begin to think of war. I'm happy. I'm happy people also responded. So people reacted to what he has to say. Somebody said, Mr. Activist, it is not Nigeria going to war, sir. It is ECOWAS. Shut up your mouth. Who is the head of ECOWAS? All these unscrupulous Nigerians supporting evil. Their so-called brothers in office collaborated to rig the election. So God is punishing them now. He don't choke you now, Abi. If Niger shares the border with the eastern part of Nigeria, he wouldn't care. It is all about selfish interest. Of course. But it's not really selfish interest. It's self-preservation. They are thinking themselves first. thinking themselves. Ahmed Bello told them to think the northern part first. So it's self-preservation. You can see it as selfish interest, and everybody has a right to that. You preserve yourself first. So be it. So be it to say, Mr. Activist, you Fulani hypocrites are something else. You want your brethren to be given a fair hearing and also get their African brethren to protect them from the vampires of the West, which I am in total support of. Why didn't you do the same when Buhari's killer military were conducting Operation Python Dance all over Igbo land, killing souls because they demanded for presbycide, their own republic, and economic and political exclusivity in Nigeria? I want Black Africa to be free from Western neocolonialism. But if we want that for Niger Republic, we must be ready to support other indigenous African ethnicities who want their own sovereignty also. The interests of the Fulanis and the North supersede interests of other ethnicities in Nigeria, and they don't get. Absolutely. They protect their own at all costs. Now tell me, who are the masters and who are the slaves in Nigeria? Tinubu and his Yoruba brethren might be in Aso Rock, but Fulanis and the northern cabals are the power and authority over the that is the arrangement. Àwọn ni wọ́n wá tó so wọ́n pọ̀ ló máa tún wọn ká. Why go to war when you don't even know the loyalty of those around you? The rocketing man hasn't even constituted a cabinet yet. Those whom the gods wish to destroy, they first make mad. It go choke some people, saying Macron self go mourn them. The US favor that they desperately seek will be useless. What did I hear? Finally, the blood is crying, and revenge is near for those killed 8 October 2020. May we never bury our children. Wait for it. Amen. We never bury our children. Now, so all the APC supporters, they confess and they can. All we can do is to watch as they complain and cry about their joys. Continue. So really, I beg, waiting the Niger Republic because so now once scatter was sweet Nigeria, go hide for Niger Republic. We too go scatter on a hideout. Many of them dragging Nigeria backward are from Niger. Like this man that was preaching religious politics before the elections. He was. I think I came across that video. He was. The drug lord is desperate to divert attention away from his criminality and incompetence and outright lies. 1 trillion saved from removal of fuel subsidy only. So far, Mr. Tinubu has performed below expectation. It's game over for Tinubu. That cabinet he has composed is strange, mismatched, and a disaster waiting to happen. Nothing stops the likes of Pate, Bosunti Jani, Wiki from dissecting him in a matter of months. From deserting him in a matter of months, he will be left with a bloated cabinet of strange bedfellows, almost as though someone has just Tinubu. I don't support anyone, but it's funny how these activists that never said a word against the most incompetent leader in the history of this country in Buhari are coming out now. It means whoever came out from the south, they were ready to oppose. Would he have said anything if it was Atiku? My brother, no mama son. Do we have a president, or will I say, have we ever had a president? The only one that tried to fix things died a very short time in office. God just blessed us with senseless criminals who doesn't know that one day they will die and all the loot will not follow them to their grave. Tinubu is in the middle of a tug of war between France on one hand and core northern Nigeria on the other side, each pulling him in opposite direction. One is because of its interests and desire for influence in Niger, desperately pushing Tinubu to invade Niger, propped by France's #1 super low-key in West Africa, Ouattara of Ivory Coast. The other is pushing Tinubu not to wage this bloody war against their kids and kins on the other side of the artificial colonial border. Who will win, France or the core northern Nigeria? That is the question. Tinubu made a promise to France that he can't keep. Now he's stuck in the middle. If he's sensible, this coming war should be totally, immediately off the table. It's not sensible. He's bent on destroying himself. Let him go to war. Let him go to war. Nigeria has the dominant views in ECOWAS. Nigeria is ECOWAS, period. The only genuine reason for the pursuing of war with Nigeria Republic by Tinubu is a decoy to shift attention of Nigerians from his complete failure of his decisions. By the way, are Nigerians talking about cost of food and hunger in Nigeria? Everybody is now postulating on war or no war with Nigeria Republic. Tinubu's deceitful strategy is working. Though I don't support Nigeria going to fight this war, because if coup is the only way to remove bad leaders in Africa, so be it. But why is it mostly the Hausas that are seriously against it? Because they don't want to fight in Nigeria that they open borders for during elections to use. Activists, I thought you were dead. 8 years of Buhari monkey around. You were silent all through. Continue. War start. Ha ha ha. Karma is a bitch. Even as much as we all prefer diplomatic resolution, letting the coup plotters know a military intervention is possible, we made them come to the negotiation table. Because coup will never be the solution to bad governance. Mali and Burkina Faso people can attest to that by now. And by the way, Tinubu is not ECOWAS. Mumu speaking rubbish to real issues out of emotions. You obviously don't understand the ramification of Nigeria if you involved directly or indirectly. Our military is lame, cannot solve internal Boko Haram and other security issues. Nigeria is at the brink of total disintegration. The masses are in unprecedented suffering, and Balaba is obviously inexperienced and out of touch. This is not Agbado and Ewan. It's tribal representation on timely removal of subsidy. It's assembly of thieves and crooks as ministers, heads of assemblies, and other questionable characters in his cabinet leaves a lot to be desired. Time will tell, but the good thing is we are all in it together, irrespective of tribe. The bad supporters are feeling the crunch. When I never see anything, the war is a distraction, and Tinubu wants to stay in power. Absolutely. So he has lots of fans. So that is his joker. So let's watch and see. They want to pay our ECOWAS system by. So that's activist, political activist Mahdi Shehu. He has a lot to say, and which he has said. So it's there for the record. So, but some are true. But àbòsí wà nínú ẹ̀ torí kò sí bí Táyé ṣe ṣorí tí Kẹ́hìndé ò ṣe, kò sí tí Táyé ṣe ṣorí tí nǹkan tí Buhari ṣe náà ni Tinubu ń ṣe. So èyí tí wọ́n wá kí sókè bí ẹran sísun sí oní òye mu tó dẹ̀ sọ fúnra rẹ̀ pé nǹkan tí Buhari ṣe ni Tinubu náà ṣe. So kò yẹ kó ta wọ́n lára. Gbọ́dọ̀ yẹ kó gbóríyìn fún ni pé ó fẹsẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ búbù, ipasẹ̀ tí búbù fi ilẹ̀ òun ló tọ̀. So ó yẹ kó dùn mọ́ wọn ni. ó yẹ kó dùn mọ́ wọn ni. So àwọn vigilante tó wá gbà lẹ́nu wọn, wọn ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí i tí wọ́n jẹ kán lọ rán kúnlé, kán lọ momi sí i. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ fọ́dún mẹ́jọ. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà wọ́n lùtù gbogbo treasury ni wọ́n ṣe nǹkan kan kù. Àjẹtán làwọn fi ṣe, àjẹtán àjẹpa ni Buhari fi ṣe. So kí wàá ní ṣe bí ẹgbẹ́ ti jẹ́ tán, Buhari ti jẹ́ tán náà, kò sí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kán mú wa, wọ́n lé egun ni. Wọ́n ní kán jù lẹ́ wọ́n sọ pé àwọn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìwọ wá lé o. Àsan olójú kòkòrò. Ó ṣàrò ojú tiyín náà wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sì sí jà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Kí ni yóò ẹ jẹ́ apín gàrí. Kí gúúsù dúró ń gúúsù, kí ìwọ̀ oòrùn dúró ń wọ̀ oòrùn, kí ìlà oòrùn dúró ń la oòrùn, káríwá dúró láríwá, kó ní kálukú dúró sórí ilẹ̀ wọn. Kọ́ máa ṣèjọba bó bá ṣe wọ àwọn ará òkè kan ṣe, bó bá ṣe wọ àwọn ará àṣàlẹ̀ kan ṣe, bó bá ṣe wọ àwọn ará àárín gbùngbùn. Kọ́ ṣèjọba wọn, then we will be respectful neighbors. Oníkálukú á dẹ̀ máa ṣèjọba ẹ̀ bó ṣe wù. Àgùdàn oníjẹ lábẹ́ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. Wọ́n ní ilé ẹni láti jẹ́ kò tí onídòdò. Ohun tó bá wu àrà tó bá wá àwọn jẹgúdú jẹ rókọ ya kán fún àwọn ará òkè ọya dá. Àrà tó bá wà àwọn jẹgúdú sí àwọn ará àṣàlẹ̀ kán fún àwọn ará àṣàlẹ̀ dá. Bọ́tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí báyìí sí lúrú ti dàpọ̀ mọ́ ṣàpà. Àwọn ará òkè ya wọn lámúmọ́ra kọ́bọ̀ kí nǹkan máa tí ìbàlẹ̀ wọn báyìí wọn ò tí wọn nǹkan tí wọn lè gbà wọn ò àmọ́ fi làwọn ará yòókù. Mo bá rò pé gbogbo kò lè gùn náà. Àwọn ti bọ́dà oṣù mélòó mú àwọn àti bọ́dà àti yín tẹ̀ wọ́n pariwo. Wọ́n ṣe kinní kan mínísítà wọn fáwọn kan ibi tó fún wọn bí ìgbà tó gbá wọn létí ni bí ìgbà tó ṣe pé kinní. Ṣé Buhari ti ẹ̀fẹ́ nìkan kan ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí ló kó sí ìgbà náà tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń fẹ́ lá tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ dagbádá gẹrẹyẹ tẹ́ ẹ̀ gbé fìlà sí bẹntigó orí. So kí wá ni ẹjọ́ lẹ fẹ́ rò ẹ sunkún sábọ̀ wailing wailers ẹ sunkún sábọ̀ ẹjọ́ máa ṣe fúnra yín ní street for that ẹjọ́ máa yanjú ẹ̀ nù. Well, so that's what he has to say. So thanks for listening, guys. Until I come your way again, bye.